Hello everyone, this is Abhishek Mishra from Art Science classes. So here I am with a video in which I'll discuss about the nomenclature of seismic phases. Okay, so there are two kinds of seismic waves. One is your body wave and another one is your surface wave, right? So the body waves can be uh, divided as primary and secondary. Primary is your P wave and secondary is your S wave, right? So this P waves and S waves, they traveled through the interior of Earth, right? Through different layers like mantle, outer core and inner core. So there are different symbols are to be used for these waves in different layers, right? For mantle, the P wave traveling in mantle will have different symbol. In outer core, it will have different symbol. In inner core, it will have different symbol. So the combination will give us a nomenclature, the combination of different symbols in different layers to be used for different layers for a kind of wave will give us a combination that will be the that will represent the seismic phase, that nomenclature will give us information regarding the wave traveled in different layers. Okay, so now you can see this diagram, there are different nomenclature, like you can see here that I have highlighted, that is PKIKP, or here you can see SCS or SKIKS. Okay, so these are different symbols. Okay, nomenclature, these are different nomenclature which are combination of different symbols. So how this nomenclature coming into picture and what are the information that they will provide, right? So to know this, we have to start with remembering the symbols. Okay, reminding the symbols. Okay, so you can see what is P. Capital P means it is P wave traveling in the mantle. It is P wave traveling in the mantle. What is S? It is S wave traveling in the mantle, Earth's mantle, right? So you can see here, when it will travel in the mantle, it will named as P or S, capital S, right? Then small c. What is small c? When reflected from mantle outer core boundary, that may be either P or that may be either S. Okay, that may be either P or S. That is reflected from the mantle outer core boundary. For both the case, for both P wave and S wave which are reflected from mantle outer core boundary, we will name it in small c, right? You can see here it is PCP, that means it traveled as P in the mantle, then it is reflected from the mantle outer core boundary, or that is our Gutenberg discontinuity, right? From here it will be reflected, so that is small c, then again traveled as P, so that is PCP. Similarly, S wave traveling in the mantle, then reflected back from mantle outer core boundary, then traveled as S, so that is SCS. Okay, then K, capital K. What is capital K? That is P wave traveling in the outer core, when P wave travels in the outer core, that will be named as K. You can see this is P, this is PKP, this is PKP. That means P wave traveling in the mantle, then K wave traveling, K means it is P wave traveling in the outer core, P wave traveling in the outer core will be named as K, then again it is going out to mantle as P wave, right? So the name is PKP. So from the name PKP, we can know that it is traveled through mantle, then outer core, and then mantle as P wave. Okay, so if it will be S wave, it will be traveled as S wave in the mantle, but while entering to the outer core, S wave cannot travel as S. Why? because outer core is your fluid medium. Outer core is fluid medium, semi-fluid. So S wave cannot travel through the outer core. You can see there is no nomenclature which is, there is no symbol which is representing S wave traveling in the outer core. Why? Because S wave is absent in the outer core. If it will travel in the outer core, it will be converted to P. Here it is converted to P, right? It is traveling as S in the mantle, then it is converted to P in the outer core, then it is traveling as S in the mantle. So it is S, K, P in the outer core is named as K, P in the outer core will be named as K. So it is S, K, S. Okay. It can also come here as P, right? It can also come here as P. Okay. It can also come it can also come out from outer core and travel in the mantle as what? As P. So we will name it as S, K and P, right? S wave in the mantle, then entered to the outer core, so traveled as P, then from outer core to mantle it again came as P wave. It traveled in mantle as P wave. So it is S, K, P. Sorry for the writing here. So the S, K, P means S in mantle, P in outer core, then P in mantle, right? If it will come as S, then S, K, S. Okay. So the next symbol is small I. What is small I? Small I is P wave reflected from the outer core, inner core boundary. From the outer core, inner core boundary, or the Lehman discontinuity, right? Small I is, here you can see P, K, small I, K, P, right? That means P wave traveled through the mantle, then here it becomes K, then here it is reflected from the outer core, inner core boundary, so small I, then K, then P. Okay. P, then P in mantle means P, P in outer core means K, reflected from outer core inner core boundary, that is small I, then traveled in the outer core as P wave, so it is named as K, then in the mantle, so it is named as P, right? Similarly, when S wave traveled, you can see there is yes, it is not in this diagram, but it is there is another diagram I will show you. So when S traveled through mantle, that is S, when it enter the outer core, that is it will be converted to P, so that is K. Then when it will be reflected, suppose it will be reflected from here, so it will be small I, because it is reflected from mantle outer core and inner core boundary, then it will travel as K, then it can travel in when it will come out to the mantle, it can travel as P or it can travel as S, right? S in mantle, then in outer core it will be named as K. It is reflected from outer core inner core boundary, so small I, then again reflected, then again traveled in outer core, so that will be K, because S cannot travel in outer core, that will be P, so that is K. Then while coming out from outer core to mantle, in mantle it can travel as P or it can travel as S. So similarly we can name it as S, K, small I, K, P, or S, K, small I, K, S. Okay, there is another diagram, I will show you these symbols there, right? S, K, I, K, P and S, K, I, K, S. Then capital I, it is capital I, that is P wave traveling in the inner core, that is P wave traveling in the inner core. When P travels in the inner core, here it is named as I, it is named as I. When P traveled in inner core, that is I. So P, K, I, K, P means P is in mantle, then P in outer core, that is K, then P in inner core, that is capital I, then P in outer core, that is K, then P in mantle, that is P, Pk, Ik, P. Okay. Similarly, if Sk, Iks, here it is Sk, Iks, that means S in mantle, then converted to P and traveled in the outer core. Then in the inner core, it will be traveling as I, that means it is traveled as P wave here. That means it is traveled as P wave here. It is traveled as P wave in the inner core. Okay. So that is I, then again traveled as P, so it is K, then it traveled as S here. It traveled as S in the mantle, so that is Sk, Iks. Okay. Or if this S wave is traveling as S wave in the inner core, because in inner core it can travel, in inner core S can travel. The diagram becomes clumsy, so let me erase something. Okay. So when it travel, the S wave can travel in the inner core. It cannot travel in the outer core because it is in fluid state or semi-fluid state, but it can travel in the inner core. S wave can travel in the inner core. So the S wave which is traveling in the outer core as P, or P wave which is traveling in the outer core as P. Okay, outer core which is P, that can enter the inner core as P or S. That can enter the inner core as P or S. If it enters the inner core as P, if it travel in the inner core as P, then we will name it as capital I. Then we will name it as capital I. Or else if it will travel here as S, then we will name it as J. We will name it as J. S wave through inner core. S wave through inner core, that is your capital J. So if it is traveling here as S wave, then I will name it as J. Then again it will become K, because in outer core that cannot travel, so it is K. Then here it can travel as P or it can travel as S, right? It can travel as P or it can travel as S. So the combination will be S, K, J, K, P, or S, K, J, K, S. S, K, J, K, P means S in mantle, then P in outer core, then S in inner core, then your P in outer core, then P in mantle. Or S, K, J, K, S mean S in mantle, P in outer core, S in inner core, P in outer core, S in mantle. So that is S, K, J, K, S, right? Or it will be S, K, sorry again for the writing here, S, K, J, K, P, right? So let's go to the next diagram. Here you can see, here the these zigzag lines are S, they are representing S, and this direct lines are P, right? These lines are P, these zigzag lines are S. So you can see here it is represented as P, here it is represented as P. That means, yes, here it is source. I hope I have told you what is focus. Here it is focus. What is focus? It is the source of earthquake, right? It is the source of earthquake. At that point the seismic waves are generated. For this this nomenclature, here it is the surface is the source, right? We are sending the seismic waves from the surface itself, right? So the focus is on the surface, okay, near surface. So from the source the waves are traveling into the interior, right? So here it is the source, the near surface area. Then here it is the seismic station. Here it is the seismic station, right? Here I am getting this wave. It is neither reflected from the mantle outer core boundary, it is directly coming from the source. You can see this is station 1, let's say this is station 1. Okay, so let's say this is station 1. Here I am getting the P wave directly from coming directly from the source. It is traveling in the mantle, and reached my station number 1. So it is named as P only. If this will be reflected from the surface, and again let's say it is collected in the second station here. Let's say here it is a station, and this wave is travelled through mantle and then reflected from surface and again travelled from mantle. So the name is PP. You can see that is PP, right? That means P in mantle, then again P in mantle. It is not reflected from mantle outer core boundary. If it will be reflected from mantle outer core boundary, its name is PCP. Its name will be PCP. Like here, it came as P, here, then reflected from mantle outer core boundary. So it is PCP. But it came as P, then again it is reflecting from the surface and traveling in the mantle, then it is PP. Similarly, if it will reflect again, then it will be named as PPP. That means it is reflected from the surface 2 times, right? Then PCP, as you know, it is traveling through mantle as P, then small c is reflected, then came back. If it is coming as P, reflected from the mantle outer core boundary and going as S, here it is traveling as S, came as P, reflected, and it is converted to S, which is traveling through the mantle. That becomes PCS, right? Similarly, if S came and then reflected and then came back through the mantle, it is SCS, right? Here you can see this is only S. That means the S wave travelled through the mantle. It is not reflected from the mantle outer core boundary. It is coming directly from the source. Then again, if it will reflect from the surface and collected in next session, that will be SS. That means it is not reflected from the mantle outer core boundary. It is reflected from the surface itself, right? SP means it came as S and reflected from the surface as P. If it will reflect again, then it will be SPP, right? S means S traveling in mantle, reflected from surface as P, so SP. Then if it will reflect again from the surface, then it will be SPP, right? Reflected as P, traveling through the mantle as P. You can see this is SKKS. It is SKKS. That means what? This is S wave. This is S wave traveling in the mantle. Then it enters to the outer core. I have told you that the S cannot travel in the outer core as S. It will be converted to P. So the name is K. Then again it is reflected from mantle outer core boundary and it is traveling in the outer core. It is reflected from the boundary and travelled as P. So S, K, K, and again it becomes S. So S, K, K, S, or else if it will come as P, then it will be S, K, K, P, right? If it will come out as P wave, then it will be S, K, K, P. S, K, S I have already told. Yes, this one I missed in the previous diagram. This is J. I told you that I will show it. So it is P wave started from source and travelled through the mantle as P, then in outer core P, so that is K, then in the inner core it can travel as P, so that will be capital I, or else it will travel as S, so that is J, and then outer core again K, then here it will be P, right? Here it will be P. So P, K, I, K, P, that means P in mantle, P in outer core, P in inner core, P in outer core, P in mantle. Or PKJKP means P in mantle, P in outer core, S in inner core, K means P in outer core, and then P in mantle. Or it can come as PKJKS, or it can come as SKJKP, SKIKP, SKIKS. Any combinations can be there. So in your exam, what they will ask, they will give you the symbol, and they will ask you the path traveled by the wave, right? So I have an example at the end. Okay, so here there is a term called as shadow zone, seismic wave shadow zone. There is a term named as S wave shadow zone. You can see here the red, here the legends are here. The S wave is represented as red lines and the black lines are the P waves, right? So what is seismic shadow zone? You can see here there is a ray, this is a S wave, this is a S wave. It is coming directly, from the source, right? It is coming directly from the source. It is just tossed to the boundary, not reflected, right? It is not reflected, it is just tossed to the boundary. It is the direct ray, right? This is S, and here you will get S. Okay, in either direction you will get direct S wave, right? That means it is the maximum angle at which you are getting the only S, not reflected, right? It is direct S wave coming from the source itself, right? So the region in which the direct S wave is missing, you can see in this region the S wave cannot reach here as direct S, right? In this region we cannot get direct S wave, right? This is known as S wave shadow zone, where we will not get direct S wave. We can get SKJK like PKJKS or SKJKS, right? SKIKS, we can get that, but we cannot get direct S in this region. We cannot get direct S in this region. So that is your S wave shadow zone. That is your S wave shadow zone. So it is here, if it will be 0 degree, and here it is 180 degree, and here it is 180 degree, right? So if it will be 0 degree here and 180 degree here, then this angle is 105, or somewhere it is written as 103 also in some books, right? 103 or 105. So from 103 to 103 or 105 to 105, we will not get any direct S wave, right? 103 or 105, right? So from that we will not get any direct S wave in that region. So that is your S wave shadow zone. Then P wave shadow zone. P wave shadow zone is your, you can see here in this path P also can travel, right? In this path P also can travel. It is travelled by S, so it is named as S. In this path P also can travel. Then again, if P enters the outer core, here in this point you can see P is entering the outer core, then it is reflecting from the outer core. If P is coming directly, that is 103 or 105, direct P will get it here, same as S, 103 or 105. But when P enters the outer core, and then coming out to the mantle itself, then we will find this again at 140 or 143, right? 140 or 143. In some books it is 143 or it is 140. So the direct P wave we can get at 103, and then the next P wave which is entered, the same P wave, if it is entered through the outer core, and then coming back to the mantle, we will get it as 140 or 143. in this region or in this region will not get any P wave, will not get any P wave, okay, or else we can say will not get any P or S. In this region will not get any P or S. In this region will not get any P or S. This is your seismic wave shadow zone, that is from source, right? From source it is 0 degree, then the azimuth is like 100 and 103 here, then 140 or 143 here. Similarly in either side, on either side you can take 103 to 143 or 105 to 143, okay, and for S wave that is 103 to 103 or 105 to 105 on either side, okay. So this is the concept of shadow zone. So this is the last part. I have told you I have taken one example, so all of you can analyze yourself what is SKJKP, what is SKJKP. So S through mantle, then as it is the S cannot travel through the outer core, it will be converted to P, so P through outer core, then as it is named as J, so it is converted back to S in inner core, so it is S through inner core, so that is J, then K means again P in the outer core and P in the mantle. So this is all about today's video. Thank you very much.